Have you ever had a spur-of-the-moment idea that you just had to see it through? That's exactly what happened when we decided to prank call our friend with a completely ridiculous list of serious questions. What started as a harmless joke quickly turned into an all-out improv performance, complete with deadpan delivery, escalating nonsense, and a battle to keep a straight face. The real question is, how long did it take for the friend to realize he was being played? And did we manage to hold it together before he caught on? Stick around because this prank might just be our finest work yet.
This is Teachers on the Loose.
Hi everyone, welcome to Teachers on the Loose, the podcast where we turn teacher tales into belly laughs and life lessons. I'm Kristen.
I'm Celeste.
I'm Allison.
I'm Kelsey.
And I'm Bailey.
Bailey's in the house. Yeah.
Today we're sharing the legendary story of how a simple prank call turned into a comedic masterpiece. It all started with a list of ridiculous questions and one unsuspecting friend. But how long did it take him to catch on? Do we manage to keep a straight face? And most of all, will he ever trust us again? Stick around because this one is pure gold.
Wait, but hold on a second. Did you say that Bailey is here?
Bailey is here. Hi, Bailey.
Hi, thanks
Welcome
for having me.
to the podcast.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here.
So, how do we all know Bailey? So, Bailey, tell us a little bit about yourself.
So I joined the first grade team 3 years ago, and I worked with Celeste and Kristen on the team, and Kelsey was my learning coach, and Allison was on the second grade team. So we came pretty close that first year.
I remember the day we hired you. Do you remember that day?
I remember that day.
You had to teach for part of the interview process, and I remember she was in Simone's classroom teaching, and our assistant principal got up and walked out in the middle of her teaching. And how did that make you feel?
Well, yeah, my heart dropped, and I was like, well, dang it, I guess I'm not getting this job. Because the assistant principal just walked out. But I thought it was going pretty well, and the kids were learning. I was just very nervous, and I hadn't slept all week, and I was excited to be there because I knew like
we were amazing.
there were some good people there. Yeah, but then when he walked out, I was like, oh, that's not good.
Did we ever tell you why he walked out?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, yeah, little did you know, we had a little private chat going, and we were all talking how amazing you were, and we were all excited. So he's like, I'm calling references right now.
And then my references said that I wasn't good and I didn't get hired.
No. And then before you left that day, right? Didn't they offer you the job on site?
And then I embarrassed myself by crying because I was so excited to get the position because I really wanted to work with you guys.
Yay! Aww. We loved having you on the team, mostly because you're an amazing teacher, but also because you're up for a good time anytime.
Yes.
Heck yeah, I am.
If you don't know Bailey, you can call her anytime, any day.
Not at 5 a.m. though. Don't call her at 5 a.m.
No, I will not answer then. But when I get up, I will be there.
Yeah, I remember I tried calling you at 5. Well, maybe it was like 4:30 in the morning one time because you hid the phone in Simone's classroom.
Yep.
And you didn't answer your phone.
No, and then I woke up to like 17 missed calls and I panicked. Like hardcore panic.
I'm like, where's the phone? Bailey, where's the phone?
And I thought I'd overslept and I was like late for work, but she found the phone. All was well, kind of.
Still
Yeah, it
didn't
still
work,
didn't.
but it's
Yeah,
fine.
we still need to get her.
And so you've been a part of pranks all along, but getting back to today's episode, you were in on a prank call with them, weren't you?
I was.
So how did this prank call idea even come about, and what was the mastermind behind it? Can you kind of just tell us what it was all about?
So first grade lunch gets a little
Of course.
wild
First grade
sometimes.
lunch.
And it was kind of a boring day, I think. And so we were thinking, like, how could we spice things up today? And someone said, let's do a prank call. I can't remember who it was. It might have been my idea. I'm not sure. I love a good prank call.
Yeah, and then we're like, well, who do we prank? It has to be somebody that we know, but they can't be working at the school. And let's be honest, like most of the people that we're friends with and that we know work at the school with us. So then it went to significant others. And it was like, well, Casey's in a serious business meeting today.
And Chad has caller ID on his phone. So
Shoot. So who do we
wait.
call? And one of our coworkers has a boyfriend who works at a scuba shop. And I remember we always thought it was so funny that he worked at a scuba shop in Colorado because we're like, but wait, like you can't scuba dive here. That feels like a really strange job. And then the light bulb went off. Bailey got locked in and she's like, let's go. I'm in.
she was serious. She's like, I got this. And we were not very helpful at all. So
I don't
how did
even
it
remember if we started to like think of like what questions to ask him. I just started thinking, yeah, we're in Colorado.
Yeah.
Let's think of some absurd questions to ask him about scuba diving in Colorado.
I feel like we had a few questions, but Bailey, you were amazing. The questions that you were asking him were so funny. So we should probably let's set the scene.
Should we reenact?
Yeah, let's.
Okay.
Yeah, what was the first
Ring,
question?
ring,
How did this
ring,
get
ring.
started?
Hi, welcome to the scuba shop. This is beep. How can I help you?
Hi, this is Brittany.
Oh,
And
hi, Brittany. How can I
have
help you?
some really important questions about scuba diving for you.
Yeah, I'm here for you. How can I help you?
First question. I've never been scuba diving before, but I'm a little worried. The thing I'm most worried about is the sharks. and then
In Colorado.
the sweet guy goes, so where are you going to be scuba diving? And I said, up at Horsetooth Reservoir. And he goes, okay.
and you're worried about sharks and
Like-
horsetooth.
Yeah, like in Colorado. And I was like, yeah. And he goes, I don't know if you're aware, but we don't have sharks in Colorado in the freshwater.
At that point, I completely lost it. I made myself go stand in the corner because I was like, I cannot be laughing and make Bailey break character. So I turned and faced the corner.
Yeah, you had your back to the wall, but your shoulders were going up and down, shaking. I couldn't even look at you. Bailey couldn't even look at any of us.
And I'm trying to put it on mute, like for him to respond. Because I was locked in, like
Yeah.
ready to ask like crazy questions, but everyone else was not.
So after you cleared up that there are actually not sharks in Colorado, where did the conversation go next?
So then my next question was, if I can hold my breath for like 20 seconds, how far, like how deep could I swim?
What I love most about this question is this sweet man had a scientific response and was so calm and so patient. And he's like, well, most people who can hold their breath for that long can go down, I don't even remember what he said, like X amount of feet. And so if you want to just practice maybe holding your breath for a little bit longer, that would be super helpful for you.
Wow. That's really sweet.
Like 20 seconds wasn't enough time.
So what other questions did you ask him?
So then after that long response, I thought of another question. So I have a French bulldog, and French bulldogs can't swim. So I asked him, I said, can I bring my dog with me? And he goes, yeah, sure. And I said, but he doesn't know how to swim. And I don't remember what his response was.
Like, were you asking if you could put like a scuba diving
Yes.
apparatus on him?
And French bulldogs can't breathe. Like, they have this short snout, so...
But I think at some point he was just like, yeah, he can be on the boat with you.
He was very sweet.
He wasn't understanding that you wanted the dog to like go under, right? Like,
I think he was deflecting. Like,
Oh,
you can't
okay.
do that.
But he was so calm and so polite the entire time. Bailey, you never broke character.
No.
Do you
I
think
was locked in.
Do you think he ever caught on to the prank?
I feel like he kind of did, but he didn't know who it was. So he still kept it professional because he wasn't sure who he was talking to.
So how did the phone call end?
I think I just ended the call. Thank you so much for all that helpful information. Like, I'm so excited to go scuba diving now.
And I'm going to go practice holding my breath for longer than 20
I
seconds.
think I can make it 25 or 30 seconds.
so wait, so did you ever tell him like, hey, just kidding, I am your girlfriend's friend? Like, did you say that at all?
No, I just hung up the phone, and I don't know when he found out it was a real call.
I feel like we might have called him back on his cell phone.
Oh, yeah.
Or his girlfriend might have called
I
him
think
back
so.
and been like, hey, just so you know, that was us. And he was like, I was wondering what was going on.
We also did ask him if he's had weird questions like that, and he said that he has.
Oh my gosh. I'm just impressed that Bailey could hold character that
was
whole
really
entire
good.
time. Like how that is really good.
Do you do prank phone calls a lot?
When I was younger, I did. Someone had to keep it together that day.
Wait, I have a really good idea.
No.
No.
Let's prank phone call our coworker right now. Should we try Simone?
Hi, you've reached Simone. Sorry, I missed your
She sent us to voicemail.
Rude.
She 100%. Okay, but call again. Call Simone again, because if it's 2 in a row, she'll answer.
Okay.
She didn't send us to voicemail.
Hi, you've reached Simone. Sorry, I missed your call.
Try again. A
Please
third
leave
time.
your-
She'll do it.
No, leave her a voicemail. Leave her.
Just did it. What do I say? Leaving a voicemail. Is your refrigerator running?
You better
catch
go catch it. Simone,
Someone.
I'm looking for Simon.
come on.
Hello.
Come on, Simone.
Simon. Hello. I'm looking
Sammy
for
mad.
Simon. You do it.
Hello?
Hi, is this Simon?
Simone?
I just had a question for you. Is your refrigerator running?
No, but your mom is.
I was not prepared for that response.
No, but your mom is. Actually calling her back.
Are you calling her
Hi,
on
you've
like?
reached Simone.
Did you do your phone? Do your phone number so she knows it's you. She's. What does that mean? That your mom is?
Your mom's running?
She's gonna be so mad at us.
Text her. Say
Simone?
answer your phone.
Text her and said we love you. We love you.
We love you.
This is Teachers on the Loose.
Could you tell it was us?
No! I'm in Arizona, and I was like, who?
Oh, she.
Sorry.
Put somebody here. No, you're fine.
And we just blew up your phone.
Well, I was like, why does this person keep calling me 3 times in a row?
We were really trying to get a hold of you in your refrigerator.
Oh, okay, but I guess your mom is too.
I love your mama joke.
Okay, have fun in Arizona. We love you.
Bye.
Oh, thanks. Have fun podcasting.
Oh, that was the best. Oh, she's such a good sport.
Prank calling is a good time. So,
sure is.
well, so those prank phone calls are hilarious. They had us dying laughing, but it also got me thinking teaching isn't just about what happens within our classroom. Our families, friends, and even unsuspecting prank victims all end up along for the ride. So, how does teaching become a full family affair? Let's talk about it.
You make a really good point, Celeste.
Don't all jump in at once.
No, that's a really good point, Celeste. I mean, we do have to involve our families because we can't do this job alone. And so, how does teaching extend beyond just the teacher? Like, how do we start roping in our family members other than just prank calls?
When I taught half day kindergarten, super fun, but you have like 52 kids in both of your classes. So many a times when my husband's like, okay, we got to go grocery shopping for the week. And if it was like the 100th day of school, I'm like, okay, so we're going to need 10 boxes of cereal. We're going to need 10 boxes of pretzels and on and on. So, my husband's like, oh, okay, we'll just add that to the list.
Yeah, that happens in my house too. And sometimes I'll have Joe, like for those special days, like Christmas time. Hey, can you help me cut some fabric for the wreaths that we're going to make? Or, hey, can you help me laminate? I'll bring my little laminator home and I'll say, can you laminate these things? He'll be laminating and my daughter will be cutting and
Yeah.
I'll be sorting. And it's sometimes a family affair.
Do you know what Casey's favorite thing to do is?
What?
Move my classroom.
Oh,
I bet that's not.
He absolutely hates moving classrooms.
I bet.
He's done it once or twice.
You know what my husband's favorite thing to do is when I say, okay, so I have this idea. I want you to build this shelf that is like 2 feet by 3 feet, but it's got to fit in a 1.5 foot space. And he's like, Yeah, let me think on that one. But then he'll always like come up with something to help me like problem solve a problem I have in my classroom, or like, hey, I need this hung and I don't know how to hang it, or he's always helping me problem solve those little things.
Yeah, I've had to have my husband bring the ladder to school because I'm not as tall as some of you. And so hanging things up on the ceiling, getting them down when I have to move my classroom.
Yeah, Todd has definitely helped me with that. He came and helped hang lights for the book fair one year. I was like, I am not getting a ladder, and these lights need to be hung. So, and he was very nice about it. Showed up, helped me hang all the lights, get up on the ladder.
Bailey, how has your family helped you?
My mom has come in and helped me just with things here and there throughout the classroom, especially around conferences time. I remember she came just to help me get my papers in order and organize a little bit.
Okay, what advice does your family like to give you when it comes to teaching?
Leave it at home.
Leave it at school. No, leave it at school.
Do less? Yeah?
Do less. Leave it at school. The advice that my family gives me most is whether you're here or there, be present, right? Like, so either I'm at home, I'm here, I'm a mom and a wife and a friend and a podcaster and all of those other roles. And when I'm at school, I'm a teacher. So when I'm home, there's times where my daughter will misspell something and I go into a teacher mode and she'll say, Mom, I'm not your student. And I'll say, sorry. How would you like me to help you with that, daughter? so just having to remember that you take your hat off of being a teacher and you are home being the role that you're supposed to be at home.
I love that, Allison. Very, very true. Okay, I have a question. What's one thing you wish more people understood about the whole family aspect of being a teacher?
So I think one thing that people need to understand is that our spouses or boyfriends or whatever probably need a support group because they get the leftover version of us some days. Sometimes we give everything of us to our students and to our coworkers, and our brains are literally being pulled in 100 different directions throughout the day. And when we come home and they say, what do you want for dinner? And you're like, I can't make one more decision. Just tell me what we're having for dinner. And I just need to sit in silence and just decompress for a little bit and allow me that half hour to just do nothing and allow me to just
my husband
decompress.
He knows when I say don't talk to me right now, and he knows, and he gives me that time so I can just decompress. Sometimes I do what Celeste does and I'm on social media. I just need to not have my brain thinking and working.
Yeah, I agree. There's sometimes I'm very thankful for my 25-minute drive home because sometimes I don't even turn the radio on. I just like to just be in silence for a little bit before you go home to your own kids, and then having to be fully present for your own kids and help them through things. And
I think it's more challenging for you, Kelsey, because you have little ones. Like all of ours are older and they kind of want that alone time. So kudos to you for we've all been there, and it's definitely a challenge.
This too will pass.
So it is said that teachers can answer 300 to 500 questions per day. And so if you think about that, and you're also making at least 1,500 educational decisions. And so when you get home, if the first thing that your family does is ask you a question, like what's for dinner, I've lost it on Carter a time or two because he's like, Mom, what's for dinner? I'm like, are you kidding me? What? Why are you asking me a question right now? And he's like, whoa, sorry,
yes,
Mom.
There's been times I've told Todd, my head hurts from thinking, you take this on, please.
I heard somebody use the term decision fatigue, and I'm like, oh my gosh, we're getting so soft. We've got another thing that we have to, I have this thing, right? And then I'm like, no, but I think I really do have that. I really do have decision fatigue at the end of the day.
So when we say we're on spring break and we're doing nothing, I think that's the best thing, for us. So here we are on spring break. Bailey, thanks for coming so early in the morning and joining us on the Monday.
Woo!
Oh, woo.
Woo!
Woohoo! Bailey, thanks for joining us. It's been fun doing some prank calls with you.
Thanks for having me.
All right, listeners on the loose, it's your turn. This week, we're challenging you to make a prank phone call. Just remember the golden rule of pranks. Keep it lighthearted.
Keep it light, keep it tight, people.
And as always, don't dish out anything that you cannot take in return. It's all about keeping it light and having fun. When you've pulled off your masterpiece, we want to hear about it. So tag us on social media, on Instagram at Teachers on Loose or on X at TeachersOTL, and send us your story. Who knows? We might just feature you in an upcoming episode.
Thanks for tuning in. And remember, laughter. It's the best part of any workday, especially when you have to ask someone if there are sharks in Colorado.
Bailey,
Cue Jaws music.
Bailey, we loved having you here. This was so much fun. And I heard you guys were up to some more pranks. I think it was last week or whatever. So I can't wait to hear about that and have you on again. So thanks again for being here.
Thanks for letting me have fun with you guys.
Join us next week when we put on our Miss Frizzle dresses and get on that magic school bus for a field trip.
Oh, yeah.
Whoop, whoop.
This is Teachers on the Loose.
So Bailey is single. If any of the men out there who are listening, all two of them, want to take Bailey out on a date, go ahead and hit us up on Teachers OTL on X, or you can find us on Instagram. Just slide into our DMs.
We'll put a picture of her on
She's
there.
gorgeous.
She is beautiful, kind, sweet, amazing.
She loves outdoor walks and she has a French bulldog.
And always down for a good time.